So I want to talk about how much you can make as a tip if you are if you are working, or you are a candidate and you're looking to working in the following positions. For example, number one, sommelier. You are a junior waiter or assistant waiter. You are a buffet steward. You are a bartender, barista. I'm talking about chefs who work closely with the passengers or the guests. This is how much you can make if at all you consider the following items or the following considerations I'm going to speak about on cruise ships. So perhaps you are asking yourself, how much money? This question I've been asked a lot of times, and most of you have been asking, there is a guy who asked me, if I make like 5,000 or 4,000 or they pay me as $3,000 as a bartender, and how much money can I make as a tip? Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ernest. I'm speaking about cruise ship jobs, cruise ship opportunities, careers, and everything. We are talking about moving abroad and making sure that you get more jobs and careers to people on cruise ships. Okay, life on board, we also speak about them, and the processes for you, how to get a job on a cruise ship, and what are these things that you need to do so that you can get all these opportunities available for us. Now I've had these questions for a long time, and I want to mention these positions. You are working close to guests. Okay, these ones are like people who work in the pizza guys, people who work in buffet, ice cream ladies, ice cream. You're working as a buffet steward and you're working close to the guests. You serve guests directly. You are a sommelier. You are maybe, let me say, assistant manager, restaurant managers. You are a steward. Okay, you are a guest, a room attendant, or let me say room steward. You are also partly deck attendant, and some of the people who work on the open deck, on the decks, and you get close. Let me say you are working in the shops. Also you work in massage therapist. Let me say this one's hairstylist, and you want to at least make something at the end of it all. At least make something from these people. I'm going to show you some of the tricks, some of the small things that will enable you to get close to these people so that you can also give something at the end of the day, and then at the end of your contract you'll have something bigger besides. Okay, we have those people those positions which majorly they receive tips. These are waiters. Okay, let's talk about waiters. Waiters, they are automatically given tips, and most of the tips they get, they are sometimes, some companies, they accumulate together with the payment of the cruise. Okay, so at the end of it all, they will get it on their salary. Okay, but we have this one-on-one. Even if you are a chef, you are someone, and you're cooking, live cooking and everything, demonstrations, you entertain guests, and then you directly to them, you speak to them, you talk to them, you have a direct contact with the guests. Then these are some of the things you need to do so that you can win and have something in your pocket on the sideway. Okay, listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen, we are still talking about this. And if you want to get a book, let me say this, a process. You don't have that time to watch all the videos, but you say, if I get someone to give me a full information which I can have it hard copy, I'm tired of listening. Maybe you are busy, you don't have that time to watch, or maybe you want to keep this one, you want to keep for references. Okay, and you don't have to watch a video from A to Z. I have a booklet, I have an ebook that is explaining step by step and what are some of the processes on how to get a job on a cruise ship. And some of the best thing is that you're going to get most important links to sites and agencies that are going to help you to get a job on a cruise ship. Perhaps this is from me to you. It only goes at $15 or 1,500 shillings, Kenya shillings. So if you're not out of you're out of the, let me say, out of Kenya, or we can find a way and just discuss with me. We can find out how you can pay this, and then I send you this ebook. It's very important. It's going to help you, and it's going to open ways you can learn a lot. And this is specifically, do not share with anyone, and you'll be among the people who are on my premium level, who are receiving one-on-one coaching, one-on-one consultation, and assisting them to onboarding processes to the last drop until I see you join me. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about this, and money is one of the most important things that why you are working on a cruise ship. But besides money, there is also what we call socializing, creating friends and meeting people, making what we call relationships. So the first important thing is to create a relationship. If you are on board and you meet different people, your ship might be bringing in guests, over 5,000 guests. You have to make sure that you create what we call a relationship. And if you learn this one, you'll make your life much better. Maybe within your crew members, within your teammates, and at the same time within ourselves. Just like we are doing on our WhatsApp groups, we are creating what we call relationship. That's why we speak one language on WhatsApp groups, so that we don't have to mix so many things together and then make our WhatsApp groups look like it's just a marketplace where everyone can do anything. But we speak with one language, with one purpose, with one goal. So this is what we do. We take one another as brothers and sisters who are looking at one goal. Okay, we win one person at a time. So what am I talking about? If you get a chance to work on a cruise ship and you really want to make it and have a relationship, these tricks are the ones which I use. I've tried one and it's working. I've tried one and it really made me gain a lot of relationship, friends, and it has made me like alone. Now listen again, ladies and gentlemen. So if you get this chance, let me, for example, you're working on open deck or wherever you are, you can meet guests, you can talk to them. You are a photo man or a photo lady, you take photos to the guests, you talk to them, you're a server, let me say you're a barista or a bartender, you are all those categories of people that really give services to the guests. Then you have all these chances, and use these tricks. It's going to help you. Let me say that perhaps I'm an outgoing person and I lack a relationship, and I try to speak to talk to guests, and if I get time, that is, if you have time, you introduce to them, talk to them, tell them where you're coming from, how is their life, how are they doing, okay, how is their family, are they married, are they single. It's if you get that time and discuss such a relationship and where they come from and how is life there, and then you also explain to them where you come from. Like for example, for us, we always have a badge here. I'm from Kenya. This is what is happening in Kenya. We have our natural resources. We do what? It's nice when you come there. Blah blah blah. Talk about the best things. Talk about, introduce yourself. Enjoy. Talk to them about your marriage life. Talk about them. Tell them, oh, I have my wife, I have kids. Oh, it's nice. So you create a relationship and ask them their names. What's your name, sir? Oh, good. My name is so and so, and this is my wife. Oh, wow, you look good together. Make a good conversation with them, and then create a relationship. So how do you create a relationship? One of the things is, after you speak to them, promise them something. Like tell them, oh, thank you for coming, next time we shall have on this, and then promise them something. Like for me, I always do like small gifts. Let me show you something. I usually buy this thing in plenty, so most of the Kenyans will understand this one. I bought all this in plenty. Although if you buy such a things, make sure that you don't overdo them, because sometimes when you're passing through the airport, some of them they might confiscate because maybe you're doing business. Try to buy some small gifts. These ones we get them from on the ship, and some guests sometimes they give us these ones. They are called duck. I've seen I posted some of them on our community tabs. So if you get these ones and then share them. They say, this one, if I give you this one, this is a gift for you, it's very awesome. They will wear it, they will remember you, then you'll have that. If the conversation goes forward, and then you do what we call, you exchange contacts, and then you'll be chatting. I have a lot of friends personally who are Americans, who come from different parts of the US, China, and we chat, we talk, we keep calling one another, we keep talking to one another, asking how are they doing, and everything's going on well. Perhaps in the future, you never know what might come up between them. So what I'm talking about is giving relationship. Like if you're, for example, you are someone who offers services, please promise them a good service. Tell them, I prepare for you a nice meal, or maybe I have something special for you. This is some of the things that we do. So if you have this, I'm just an example, there are so many things, small but important things that are so unique from where you come from, then offer them for free. You'll never know what they will do to you. The rest of the what they will do, just forget them. Some of these things we get them very cheaply in a back home. They're not very expensive, but when you offer someone a gift, however small it is, it looks so funny, it looks so small, but it raises something inside them, and then they will say, oh, okay, you are a darling, you are someone who is looking for, who can do something better between them and you. One other thing is preparing them a meal. If you are a chef or anything, and also promise them where they can find, they can be comfortable, or if you have a friend who is offering something, ask them to also help them to find such a place. Like for example, the ship is always very big, okay, and maybe not everyone will know the ship from head to the stem. So for example, if you know the place, ask them, have they visited such a place? It's a nice place, maybe there is a good meal, or maybe there's a better entertainment, or maybe there is an adult pool where there will not be no interruptions from the kids. They will enjoy life there, they will have their own time, or maybe they're having an anniversary. For example, ask them what is their anniversary with their marriage. That's after you talk about how many years have they stayed in a relationship, how many kids do they have, are they celebrating a birthday soon. Then introduce them, then promise them something at their day. I'm telling you, when you win in small things like this, and then they will also remember you, and you never know what they will do to you. They will give you a lot gifts. Sometimes they give you even let me say clothing. They'll bring you when they go outside, they buy you something which they can give you. And if you have to go into deeper, you can even grow the relationship, and they can visit you even in your country. Why am I talking this? Because we are humans, we are not animals. So we are not animals. We look and listen and change perception when we talk to people. When we share ourselves on another different people, they get different perspective, and they understand who we are. I'm talking this because I know we have people who will share even their characteristics, what they like, what you don't like. Do you like this one? Do you like to go swimming? Are you able to drive, or what is some of the cars you love? Talk about lifestyle issues. This one is going to entice them, and then they will also get involved. You talk to them about their meals. What did you prepare? What is the weather in your countries? What are some things? These are the things you talk about. And then one thing I wanted also to tell you is that do not, as long as you do not go beyond the expectations of your company and the rules of operations and your career and your station, or the rules of your workplace, okay? Perhaps you get a chance of training, or maybe you are a trainer and you're doing those Zumba dance, and then you can also have them special and then tell them about what are some of the things they can do. Like for example, and a lot of people they want to look young all the time, okay? They want to look young. So do not, if you get most of the guests who are old, tell them about how to stay young. You look so young, you look so beautiful, you look like so 16. So you'll see that most of the guests will start appealing, and then they will say you're a good guy. And then they will start talking to you about how will they make their life better, how will they stay strong, have they visited the doctor if they are sick, or maybe if they are having some problem in their life, how can they solve it. Like for example, I am a born again Christian, So I'll talk about Christianity, I'll talk about our church, talk about the relationship, our religion, how we worship. I have made a lump sum of friends from this, because they believe that God is one. And then most of them, they share with me their church, they share with me a lot of things, what life they go through, how they worship. And then you never know, perhaps you have this, you share your spiritual life, you share your what you believe in, you share where you come from, you talk about Kenya, you talk about your countries, talk about your movement, your flights, your traveling, how are these people related, how are these things related. If you have that time, then create this relationship. I'm telling you, these tricks are going to, these 5 or 4 tricks that I've talked about, they're going to help you to make more money. Make more. I'm sure this one's going to be very good. Now, if you understand what I'm talking about, then make sure you subscribe, okay? Let me tell you something. We are out here because we need to make a living. And most of us, we have come here because we have dependents. And most of the people who depend to us, they want to us. So you must use your brain. You must be smart. You must be good. You must be 1 foot forward. Why am I saying so? Because you need to understand that people they are not just people. They have heads. They have blood in them. There is something hitting them. If you get an old couple, ask them about where they come from. Ask them how many cruises they have gone. Do they love what they are doing? Do they love being on the boat? Are they having another cruise again? Or are they going home? Where do they live? How do they live? Or whom do they live with? Do they have kids together? Yeah, talk about this. And most of them, you'll be their closest friend. And what are friends for? Friends are for better, for worse. Good friends are for gifts. Offer them what you have, promise them what you can do, and tell them about where you come from, tell them where you have been. It is an amazing journey. And let me tell you, this was a secret I've never told anyone. You get it from honest digits. At the end of it all, you'll have something. Let me tell you, you'll not be asking, but you'll get more money. Okay? More something. I'm sure if you're a barista, there's a drink that you know how to make. You can use the things that you make. Then promise them something. Entice them. Talk to them. Make them happy. That's all. Make them happy. That's all. If you can get some time, maybe someone is lost on the ship and he cannot find his loved ones. Maybe they are on fast dick. Maybe he's looking how to reach his cabin and is lost. Maybe he's drunk. He cannot go back to his cabin. And then you could have that time to direct him to the cabin, then send him back to the cabin and tell him, this is your cabin, you can go to rest, sir. It's the best one. This is some of the things that I'm talking about. At the end of it all, you can make more money. Let me tell you how much people are making. You can make even as much as $3,000, as much as $2,000. Do not despise that $1, $2, $5, $30. At the end of 6 months, you could have made almost 4,000 to $3,000. This one is a secret I'm telling to you because I understand you. Now, if you want to know more about this and you are really interested to be part of this, I'm offering you an ebook at $15 only. Okay, at $15, that's 1,500 Kenya shillings for an ebook that explains how living on board and some of the things. I have better stories on the premium level. When you pay 1,500, you'll get this, and then you'll have in a group which is one-on-one. Okay, this group is one-on-one coaching. We talk about so many things. In fact, so many things beyond this. So make sure you DM me on social media. Make sure you come on Facebook, DM me on Instagram, and follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's make money. Money talks. See you.